Ugh. Time is it? 2 a.m. I'm on time. Night? No shit. I'm like 4 hours late. Well. Got a new haircut today. That's what a $9 haircut looks like. Yeah. No, it's just I woke up from a nap. There we go. Something like that. Smash that shit down. A little better. It's all good in the hood. Waiting for YouTube to catch up. I'll see. I can't see my comments yet. Can't see anything yet. I'm gonna sit here and drink until I see something. Still waiting for YouTube to catch up. Oh wait, I got one person. There's Jordan. See Jordan? What's up, Jordan? Okay, YouTube's like catching up. People are starting to come in. It says there's people, but I see some. Is what it is. It's going good, Jordan. Just chilling, man. Chilling. Oh, Steven, that's a interesting. I actually made a video about that, but no, I was supposed to set for the 15th, and I got rescheduled. According to them, about half a dozen of us got rescheduled till after the holidays. So still waiting on that. Which is kind of a disappointment, but at the same time, it was kind of good because I didn't really have a project set that I wanted to announce or promote, which I didn't have it. Basically, I didn't have my shit ready. I mean, I was ready for the interview. But I wasn't ready to do what I wanted to do. So, yeah, it is what it is. Still disappointing, but yeah. Oh yeah, 30 hits of LSD. Yeah, that's is what it is. Yeah. Won't be doing that anytime soon. That video was made about 11 years ago from a story that happened about 10 years before that. So we're talking about, 20 years that happened ago, man, roughly. No, actually a little bit longer, maybe 22, 23. But yeah, thanks, man. That's was an interesting experience. My channel name, John. I changed my channel name because it was confusing because I had originally one channel called Satanic International Network, and then it got suspended. Like kept getting suspended. I kept getting it back. Then I created one called the Satanic Network, and I tried to divide the two into one like about stories, how to do more drugs and this and that, and the other one how to do more with like philosophy, stuff like that. And they just kind of merged because I was had a hard time keeping them separate. And then I noticed that the channel with the 30 hits of LSD one that got they got popular because, well, not just because of that video, but that kind of became like its thing, like the stream of things on that channel. So I just decided to change the name. I mean, it wasn't really wasn't like a big like decision or anything. I was just like, yeah, okay, well, try to divide the two again, kind of separate them a little bit. Last time I did LSD was probably tonight. No, I'm joking. Probably LSD itself. That'd probably be a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago. I do shrooms. I microdose on shrooms quite a bit. So, but that's not LSD. Yeah, so LSD. Been a few years. Been 2 or 3 years. You don't see that drug. LSD is kind of like that's not a drug that comes around very often. I mean, well, maybe, when you're younger, like when you're in your teens and your 20s, early 20s, then I used to see it all the time. Like, but now it's like, that just doesn't float around when you change, when you get older, your social groups are older too. Right. And it's just not very common anymore. I mean, it comes around, but shrooms are like fucking like they like grow off of trees now here, at least in San Diego. Like that's all over. Like it's like weed. It's like everybody's got them or knows somebody, or I mean, it's just LSD though is a little bit harder. And honestly, I mean, the difference between the two is marginal to me. I mean, I don't really shrooms versus I don't know. I'm a big fan of LSD. I don't know why. I mean, the shrooms are like, I mean, I don't know. The difference between the two to me are marginal. I mean, I would prefer, like, if I can only do one or the other, I'd probably do shrooms, just because I can dose myself a little bit better. Like, I mean, I microdose on shrooms a lot, and I don't know. I mean, I'm like, people like smoke weed, and like, you can't really microdose yourself on LSD. I can take like a cap and a stem on shrooms and be like just like a cap and a stem. And I'll be like kind of buzzed for like a few hours, but I can still go to work and like still drive a car and like, I can still function. I'm not like all fucking sideways. Like LSD, it's like, get a little tab. It's like, that could be 4 hits. That could be 1 hit. You really don't know. Am I voting for Trump in 2020? Depends on who he's running against, to tell you the truth. I'm not a triggered liberal that's like, fuck Trump. I mean, I agree with some of what he's done, and I disagree with some of what he's done. I'm not political. I'm really not. I mean, I make a lot of pro-Trump comments, not because I'm like, fucking, yeah, go Trump, because I like to trigger these fucking stupid social justice warrior liberals. They're like, oh, I hate Trump. And you're like, why do you hate Trump? I don't know, because he's Trump. That's why I make these comments, is to trigger those motherfuckers. But as far as Trump's politics go, I'm not political. I don't really follow it. I mean, I follow some of his immigration policies because it's relevant to me, because I live 20 minutes away from Mexico. But I'll be surprised if I even vote. I mean, I don't, like, again, Karl Marx. I'm not really too political, so I probably won't even vote. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna vote, but I have no idea who the Democratic parties are. I really don't, because I'm not political. I mean, it's not a big deal to me. I mean, well, I look at, like, say, like, if we're going to talk about Trump, like, what has Trump done? What bills has he passed? What has he done to have a direct negative effect on my life? That many. Zero. So can I, like, diss on Trump and be like, fuck Trump, when he's done this many? Zero. Nothing he's done has had a negative effect on my life. So can I hate Trump for that? No. But there's millions of people that are like, fuck Trump. I'm not a triggered liberal. I'm not saying if you dislike Trump that you're a triggered liberal. I'm not saying that either. I'm saying that he's done nothing to affect me. So do I dislike Trump? No. I'm indifferent towards Trump. I don't really care. He's done nothing to me. Now, when he does put a bill in pass that has an effect on me directly, then maybe I'll dislike Trump. But right now, I don't have a reason to dislike Trump. So why do I have sunglasses on? Because I'm just that fucking cool. No, actually, because just that fucking cool. I don't know. I mean, I voted for Obama. And maybe I'll vote for Trump. I don't know who he's running against. I don't know what effect my vote will have, and I don't know. I'm not political. I'm just not. So, like, it's kind of like asking somebody that, doesn't. It's like asking somebody who's not a vegan, what do you think of these vegan burgers? It's like, tastes like bacon. I don't know. But it's cool. Like, I don't know. I think, to me, politics, especially the president, whoever that is, if it's Trump, if it's Obama, if it's Clinton, if it's Bush, see, you tell how old I am now. I'm way the fuck back. It's like, to me, they're puppets. They're puppets, right? The president has a third of the vote, right? Right. So it's like, to me, president, I think I actually more of a not conspiracy theories, but I believe that there's a government behind the government. And I don't think the president that we elect, if you actually believe in the electoral system that we elect, has actually anything relevant. I mean, I think it's a puppet. So I think you go like Trump. I think you could elect whatever his fucking running mate is. I don't think it's going to have much of a difference on the outcome of the political society in America. But I don't know, because again, I'm not political. I mean, these questions are better asked to somebody who actually follows politics, because I don't. I do not. And I do not intentionally, because I don't want to waste my time, following a race that's not going to be won, or not going to be, that's not valid to me. But yeah. Uh-oh. Am I offline? Could be. Fuck, dude, on death? That's a deep fucking question, man. On who knows, man? I have no idea. No idea what's gonna happen when we die. I hope it's like sleep, man. I hope it's like we like fucking go to sleep and just don't wake up, I mean, who knows? Nobody comes back to tell, which is a bad sign. I really don't know what's gonna happen when we die, man. It's like, I mean, if you're religious and spiritual, here's my thoughts. I do have an idea. I don't know what's going to happen, obviously, but I have a hope. I have a wish. I have an intuitive, based on absolutely nothing, but I have a hope. What I hope that happens is that when we die, our essence, not a soul, because soul makes it sound religious, right? But our essence, our being, gets recycled like a battery. That whatever is us, right? Whatever this energetic force is, which we know is a force, right? That's in all living things, trees, bunny rabbits, anything that has life has its force within it. Like Yoda says, the force, but yeah, something like that. We'll just leave your body, and your carcass will fall down and die, and you'll decay. And that force, not conscious though, but it will leave your body and get recycled back into the one. And the one, which is all of life, will redistribute that force like a recycled battery back into the whole, and that force will then get distributed back into life. It's kind of a Buddhist concept, to which, and in the heart of it, I'm probably a Buddhist at heart, but whatever. That seems to make the most sense as far as consciousness goes. I don't think we continue on. That would be kind of weird if we did, though, huh? Bill, the meth speed thing. No, man, I haven't done that for many months. It's like that was kind of a thing that I started with, and then I went to the prescription version of speed, methamphetamine, or amphetamine. It's called something else. If you prescribed by the doctor, it's the same thing in low doses. No, it helped for a while, but that has its side effects too. And it helped for a while and helped me get my shit back together for a little bit. But yeah, not regularly. Put it that way. There it is, Vanies. Yeah, that. Yeah, I mean that was good. I mean, it was. Amphetamine is amphetamine, and it's such an opposite drug as alcohol, right? So it's like it will steer you in a different direction. Not that direction is better, but it's depending on if you're a hard left. If you're going a hard left and about to hit a curb, going a hard right might bounce you from that curb to now you're heading a hard right to the other curb. But hey, at least you'll get centered halfway along the way. I'm not a doctor, but at the time it was best, I don't work for Uber, man. I did for a while, man. It just didn't pay off for me. There's a reason why Uber guys, I can't see anymore. There's a reason why Uber guys drive like Toyota Priuses and shit like that. It's because they get gas mileage. My car, I have two cars, but the one that I drive daily is not gas efficient, so it's not really productive or worth my time to drive my car and do Uber. Also, it's like with Uber food, I was doing Uber food. Uber people is different. I won't do people. It's just too difficult. People suck. Yeah, James, that's an interesting question, man. There's a lot of people a lot of famous people, celebrities, whatnot, that I'm absolutely positive are saying this. But Satanism doesn't sell. It's not a good market, which is why bands like, say, Marilyn Manson was really overt about his Satanism. Even the Rolling Stones back in the 60s were overt at first, and then it's like, as soon as they start to get big, they kind of downplay that. Satanism doesn't sell, and it's not something. If you want to make millions of dollars, sell millions of records, you want to make it big in Hollywood, then even if you started off in that route, you downplay. But yeah, there's a lot of celebrities. I mean, I'm not going to throw any names out there just because, one, I've got nothing to back it up with except for my own knowledge of intuitive lesser magic and things that I shouldn't really talk about. But yeah, there's quite a few. Controversial taboo belief. I'm not really sure, man. That's an interesting question. I don't really know if I have any really controversial things about the beliefs, taboos, beliefs. It's an interesting question. That kind of stumped me. I'm kind of drunk too, so that's not why I was wearing the glasses. I had something in my eye, and I rubbed my eyes, and my eyes are all puffy now. They're a little bit better, but I don't know. I mean, I believe a lot of things. Like, well, not believe a lot of things, but like, I guess some people have checked me a lot on, well, the drugs. I mean, like when it comes to like the satanic circles, you kind of have a faction where it's like some are like, drugs are bad, don't do drugs, okay? Because that's unsatanic, because that's stratification, and that's not being elite. I've had people criticize me. People respect the satanic community. We're like, oh, you bad representation of a Satanist because you do drugs and you party and da 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 da. It's like, yeah, really? Well, then there's the other faction that's, I mean, so I don't know. I want to say that that's really controversial, but taboo. But, I mean, I'll have to get back to you on that. I could throw a few things out there, but I have to think about that answer for a little bit before I just come across as not really having one. Xanax. Benzos are actually probably my favorite drug. I love benzos. Klonopin, Xanax, you name it. Those drugs are fucking, I love them. I mean, they're highly addictive, and you do not want to mix those with alcohol unless you want to black out and fall down and not remember what happened, which is always fun. But yeah, Xanax is good shit. If I could only do one pill for the rest of my life, that would be it. Xanax, the benzos. But I really don't fuck with pills that much, man. I really don't. They're hard to get, and they're hard to get, and they don't mix well with booze. So, but I don't really drink as much as I used to. But still, I don't know. Benzos is one of those things that you can do them like regularly. I mean, you kind of got to not drink, or you better not drink much, like more than like 1 or 2 beers a day. If you're gonna drink like a 6-pack a day, yeah. Most important things I've ever learned are probably just life experiences, just people that I've dealt with, probably the negative experiences I've had, just dealing with people taught me that most people are full of shit and selfish and don't give a fuck about you. And even though they pretend to, probably don't in the back of their mind. And you're probably just a pawn for them to use to feel or get or be in a place which they imagine themselves to be or want. I know that sounds pretty cynical and dour, but it is. I'm not sure. RCs, I'm not sure what that is. So the answer is probably no. I'm not sure what RCs mean. That's a good question. Advice I would give myself. Honestly, it would be with dealing with other people. I mean, I don't really regret things I've done. I regret the things that I haven't done more so than I regret the things that I've done. I've made mistakes and I've done some shitty things. I've hurt some people that didn't deserve to be hurt. I've made some mistakes where, I should have jumped left but I jumped right. I mean, that most people will say the same thing, but my biggest regret is trusting people and my biggest regret would be assuming that people feel and think and give the same amount of respect to others that I give to them. Be basically letting people take advantage of me. That would be my biggest mistake. Assuming that people think and feel and care as you do, because most people don't. In fact, the majority of people don't. So that'd be my biggest regret. My biggest advice to give a young man would be to shoot for the stars. Whatever your goals and aspirations are, go for it. Because the older you get, the harder it's going to be. You're going to get bogged down. You're going to get bogged down with more responsibilities. You're going to get a family, or you're going to get a girlfriend. You're going to get a wife, get children. You're going to have more responsibilities. And the older you get, the harder things are to achieve because you have more responsibilities, more weight on you. So it's not that you can't. It's just that you're going to have to move a weight a lot heavier than it is when you're young. You know, it's like, if say you're 18, right? You're just out of high school. That's one thing that, like, I'll give you an example. Like when I was in high school, like, you know, you think the world is on your shoulders. Oh, I got this fucking high school chick girlfriend. Oh, fucking, what am I going to do? Oh, you know, I'm going to be, all these problems are like this size, right? When you're 18, you know, and don't get me wrong, they're real and they're heavy, right? But they're still this size. It's like, oh, you know, you have a lot of stress because it's like, oh, I want to get my own place. Oh, I want to get a car or whatever. Oh, you know, okay, well, it's that size. And then, you know, give it 20 years. And now now it's that size. So it's like, whatever your dreams and aspirations are, fucking throw it, do it, go for it. If you fail, who cares? Who cares if you fail? Because what's going to happen, and there's going to be 100 people standing behind you, whether you're 18 or whether you're 43 like I am. There's going to be 100 people standing behind you saying, you're not going to do it. You're going to fail. You're going to fucking fail. You're never going to fucking do it. You're never going to fucking do it. You're never going to do it. Oh, you want to be a rock star? You're never going to do it. Oh, you want to be a fucking bass player in a death metal band? You're never going to do it. Oh, you want to be a fucking actor? You're never going to do it. Oh, you're going to be a comedian? Whatever it is you want to be, 100 people are going to be standing behind you saying you're never going to fucking do it. Fucking don't listen to them. Do it. Do it. And that's the best thing to prove them wrong. Just fucking do it. Because those people are the ones that wish they could have done it, but didn't. Those are the same. There's going to be hundreds of them. They're going to stand behind you and shout, you're never going to do it. You're going to fucking fail. You're going to fucking fail. And if you listen to them, you will fail. Just do it. You know, I mean, not that I have anything to really show for that, but that's my advice. That's what I learned from my experiences, is that people will pull you down to their level. And if they're below you, if you have aspirations that are greater than theirs, if you have aspirations of achievement that are less than theirs that they failed on, or that they wish they could have done, they're going to tell you you're never going to do it because they want you to come down to their level. Don't listen to them. Tell them to fuck off. Don't do drugs excessively. Well, that depends on the drug, and that depends on your definition of excess, right? I mean, excessive. You know what? I should be like a fucking drug counselor. I really should. Maybe that's what I'll do. I still have time left. How old am I? 43? Yeah, I think I still have maybe another 20 years. No, but it can't be a drug counselor because I think pretty sure, I'm not positive, I'm pretty sure you have to be sober and not do drugs, right? Pretty sure that's probably, yeah, pretty sure that's, you know, I don't know. Have you guys ever been in drug therapy? I did when I was younger. I was quarter pointing because I got arrested, but that was like when I was like fucking 17, 16, 17. Got caught with a joint. Fucking, that's right. Shoot for the stars, man. That's all you can do. Fuck it. If you fail, who cares? Because if you don't do it, you fail anyway. So you might as well do it and then fail, or try to and then fail, because the rest of them behind you already failed because they didn't have the balls to do it. This is the hard part about drug counseling. It was like, it's like these guys, like a lot of these guys, like come out of like fucking college with like an associate's degree. Oh, they got like an associate's degree at like community college, like Mesa Community College, or whatever. And they're like, like Mr. Mackey, oh, drugs bad, children, okay. It's like this guy has like maybe smoked a joint like once in his life, like, you know, like once, and like this guy doesn't know anything. It's like you can't. You need, if you're gonna get some advice about drugs, you need to like be talking to someone who's like been through the ringer a few times, not somebody who's like book smart who read like some fucking Psych 101 book, you know. Yeah, fuck those guys. I could never relate to them. That's why it didn't work for me. I was just like, the fuck do you know about fucking drinking Robitussin, motherfucker? 12 a.m. here. Fuck, where the fuck do you live? What time is it here? It's 2:30 a.m. here. Yeah. 12 a.m. What, you live in like Hawaii? No. Must be 12 a.m. the next day. You probably live in like Australia. they're like a day and a half ahead of us or something like that. Yeah, I don't know, to each their own. Like, what did drugs? I mean, it's a distraction from reality. We all need distractions from reality. So is porn. So is fucking politics. So is entertainment. So is all kinds of things. Some people enjoy drugs. Some people enjoy porn. Some people enjoy politics. The distraction from what's here and now, which is your life. I mean, drugs. But I like that guy's question about life after death or thoughts of dying. I mean, who? No, I mean, how do you guys want to die? I mean, what's up, Sound Effects Factory? But think about beer and wine; they're delicious. Drinking vodka and juice. I don't know. I mean, death. I mean, process of life. And what can you say about it? I mean, I don't know. I don't know about you guys. I'm not particularly scared of death. I'm not looking forward to it. I mean, I just hope that it's as painless as possible, right? Nobody wants to die a death of like, struggling and pain and suffering. I want to die like one of those, cancer victims or whatever, that just wither away and struggle for like 10 years, like, in a hospital bed. Fuck that. If I gotta take my own life, I will. I'm not opposed to suicide either, in the sense where it's if it prevents you from suffering. If your life has come to its end and the end is not gonna come, if the end is gonna be painful and long, fuck it. I don't really have thoughts of it. I mean, it's gonna happen. I mean, that's a one consistency in life. That's a one thing you can fucking guarantee, right? Is that you're gonna die. That's the only thing I can promise you in this entire life. What promises do you have? What things can you fucking put your last $2 on? Death. That's about it. Everything else is who knows. DMT. That's the shit. You guys want to go down the rabbit hole? LSD, shrooms. Those are like, dance around the edge, but DMT will take you down there. Very tread with caution, but yeah. Unless you're if you don't mind facing the darkness, if you don't mind going into the abyss, if you don't mind touching the other side, DMT is the way to go. If you're religious, say your prayers. I never saw spiders, man. I never saw shit. I never saw anything that made me freak out just because, I don't know. Hallucinogens, man. It's like, you got to be in a state of mind. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I've been with people like take acid and I just took 3 times the amount you did. And they're like, it's like, bitch slap. I'm like, get it together, motherfucker. No, but seriously, like, if, I don't know. A lot of it's psycho. It's psycho-induced. Like it's induced. Like if you think you're going to see spiders and you've heard these stories and you heard about this and that, then obviously you're setting yourself up for those types of things. And people act and we reenact things that we hear. But realistically, I mean, I don't know. I've never seen anything that I couldn't decipher as being not there. I've seen some, shit out of the corner of my eye, some shit melt, some tracers and some melting shit. I mean, yeah, except for the 30 hits. The 30 hits was a little intense, but even then, I knew what was real and what wasn't. I mean, I could tell these were hallucinations. None of them were scary. They're like fucking spiders. It was just like hallucinations, like really flashes of light, fucking shit melting. When you say melting, it wasn't like in a bad way. It was just like your vision was like blurry like that, and it was streaming in one direction or the other. It made it kind of give it a melting effect, but I don't know. Although you get, I don't know if I'm even allowed to say this on YouTube, but like one of the things that I did when I was younger, when hallucinogens were hard to find, was like You guys have all heard of Robitussin. Everybody's heard of that. Like that was shit. Like when I was a teenager, that was shit that was like breaking news. Like over the counter drugs that would fuck you up like that. That was like Jesus Christ. Robitussin, DM. That's one of the things I'll never do again. Like just because it was like real intense. Where it was just, I don't know. I mean, like four to 6 ounces of Robitussin DM was like will make you feel like you've done several hits of acid, done some fucking morphine, maybe a little bit of heroin, and drank some beer and drank like half a bottle of Jack. That's something that we did when we were young. Another one was Dramamine, motion sickness pills, whatever the active ingredient is in Dramamine. That will make you feel like there's dirt running through your veins, but the hallucinations are fucking vivid. I don't know what it is about that drug, Dramamine, motion sickness pills, but you take like 10 of those. And I'm not recommending this because that would be against YouTube's terms of service. I'm saying like that was pretty intense. That's something I'll never do again either. Benadryl. I don't know about the Benadryl, but the Dramamine, whatever the fuck that is, that was fucking. That was the only time I saw vivid hallucinations. I remember I was standing in the backyard. I was looking at my orange tree. Wait, an orange tree. I was looking at it, and I saw like the leaves move, and I saw these skulls, like flying towards my face, going. This went right on my head. That was the only time I saw vivid hallucinations like that. It was on Dramamine. Not even on 30 hits of LSD. The LSD was different. They were like external, peripheral. This was like real, like whoa. That was a little. It wasn't scary, but it was like, what the fuck? I also saw on Dramamine. I saw a leprechaun on a skateboard cruise across the floor. And I'm like sitting on the couch, like fucking tripping on TV. Like cruise across right in front of the TV. Looked over at me, like I was like that. And then I looked at him, and when he hit the side of the wall, like wine glasses exploded. That was pretty fucking weird. I don't know. That was on fucking Dramamine, man. That wasn't on 30 hits of LSD. It was on fucking like 10 pills of Dramamine that I bought for like $3 at the drugstore. That was yeah, I don't know what that was all about, but fuck, man. We should like get a chat room where like everybody can get on fucking mic and camera and fucking talk story. Broken my head. Who knows, man? That's a weird question too, because you get that too. Like, people are like, oh, you think you fucked your head up doing all these drugs? Hard to say, because, well, if I didn't do any drugs, would I be any smarter? Would I have done more in my life? Would I, well, that it's a theoretical question because I did do the drugs, so I don't know. I don't have the cognizance to understand what it would have been like if I didn't. I don't really think I did. I don't think I hurt myself mentally. I mean, maybe emotionally, but then that's a whole ball of wax over there emotionally. I mean, what is that? Nah, I would say that for the most part, if with drug use, I think, let me give you an example. Okay, say there's, guy number A. Guy number A has done a shitload of drugs, right? But for the most part, takes care of himself. He eats right, he sleeps, for whatever reason, he's got, good constitution, got good genes, whatever. This guy does a shitload of drugs. He comes out and, he might be a little bit less for wear, but, I mean, for the most part, he's still reasonably functional. If you ran into him, at Best Buy or whatever, or you met him on the street, you wouldn't think like this guy's fucking a burnout. This guy's done way too many drugs. Because there's that guy, right? There's another guy who's done the same amount of drugs or even less. That guy is like picking through recycle bins, like fucking talking to himself. He's missing all of his teeth. He's like a fucking bum, right? He's like fucking like talking to himself, walking down the street, throwing rocks at fucking people that aren't there. That guy's lost his fucking mind, right? That guy's lost his marbles. So what's the difference? How did guy A and guy B, who done the same amount of drugs, how are they so completely different? Well, in my opinion, it comes down to genes, and it comes down to if you got the backbone for it, right? You can take heavier hits, just like a boxer, right? Some boxers get knocked out, they got a glass jaw, right? They get in the ring and they get fucking hit with a heavy hit, and they fall. Take the 10 count. Another guy gets in there, he can take several heavy hits. He may, take a knee, stands back up, take a knee. That guy's got a stronger chin. So I really think it comes down to, at the end of the day, genetics. Now, I don't think, can you push past that point? Absolutely, you can, right? I mean, you can fry yourself if you do enough. But I think, if you have the capacity and you have the backbone, not that I'm suggesting to go out and fucking test that theory, but I think that you can, you'll not be that guy digging through trash cans talking to himself, that fucking tweaker stealing fucking, bicycle brakes off of a fucking 10-speed. Like, man, those guys. By the way, yeah, there's a bunch of those motherfuckers that broke in my car outside the street. I go out there and smoke a cigarette with a baseball bat, the small ones like that big. So I'm waiting for those motherfuckers to come back and break my window out again. Retire from drugs or alcohol? Probably not. I tried. I tried for a good 10 years. I struggled with sobriety, struggled to, quit this, quit that. And in my struggle to stay sober, that caused me more stress and anxiety to try to quit drinking or try to quit drugs. That caused me more anxiety and stress than the drugs and alcohol themselves. So to me, although it sounds like, grass is always greener, right? But it sounded like a better deal. To me, it wasn't, because the amount of effort and the amount of energy it took me to stay sober and to quit was worse and more stressful on my psyche and on my emotional health than the actual drugs and alcohol themselves. Now, that's something AA won't tell you, but that's what a lot of us find out when you go through recovery. And for me, it's moderation is actually a better balance. You just got to know, you got to know your triggers. You got to know what sends you off into the deep end. You got to know, like, okay, I can't drink a bottle of vodka a day. That fucks me up. Like, hard to keep a job, say things you regret, you will already know the outcome of that, right? Same with drugs. So, you just find your balance. Okay, I can't drink a bottle of vodka a day, but I can drink half a bottle. I mean, now, to a lot of people, that'd be like half a bottle. That's a fucking lot. It is a lot. It's definitely a lot. But if you can manage it, right? Or, you talk to weed smokers. Like, I'm not a weed smoker anymore. I used to be for a long time. But now it's like I quit for so long. That's, I quit weed just for that reason, because I got burnt out. Smoked too much, and I was like, find myself unproductive, and I was like dependent on it. And now it's like I try to go back. I'm like, oh fuck, and I like 2-3 hits, and I'm like fucking stoned. Like, I'm like, don't want to go outside. I'm stoned. I like thinking about calling to work. Like, I got the flu. It's like, no, I want to call out work. Like, smoke too much weed. I'm a little stoned. I don't want to go in and deal with people. I got some anxiety. Now, see, so it's like I know my limits, so I know not to smoke weed. So I mean, it's really depends on what you're doing. I mean, some people can function on higher levels on certain drugs. Some people can't. I don't know. I mean, it's really an individual decision. I mean, I don't really have an answer to any of that shit. I mean, I can answer it to myself. I'm still struggling to figure out balance, but like right now I'm fucking drunk, but I don't work tomorrow. In fact, I don't work for 2 more days, so I can get drunk all fucking day and night and tomorrow. What is work? Who the fuck wants to work? Genes are a good example. I mean, eugenics is one of those. Somebody asked about taboo topics. Genetics is one of them, because if you start talking about genetics, especially eugenics, then you start getting labeled a Nazi. Then you start getting labeled fucking an elitist and a Nazi. Nazi's a big one, right? Especially if you got blonde hair and blue eyes. Fucking Nazi, the social justice words, like, you're a fucking Nazi. Don't you say nothing about genes or eugenics. Well, the fact is, eugenics and genetics has been around way before the Nazis. We're trying to figure out for the human race altogether, not the Aryans, not the human race altogether, how to build a better human. So that's one of those taboo subjects, to answer the guy that asked that, like 30 minutes ago. yeah, I mean, it's why not? I mean, breed, and evolve, right? If we can force that in direction to accelerate itself, why not? It's not a racial thing; it's a eugenics thing. I mean, build a better people, right? Build a better specimen. Not about having blonde hair and blue eyes. It's not about a German nationalist movement. It's about building a better human, a stronger human. Ubermensch, Ubermensch, which has also been degraded down to National Socialism and the Nazi regime, but it's not. The Ubermensch was there before the Nazis, and that is the Superman, the Overman, the one who will crush Christianity and not just Christianity, but the moral fiber that hold us down so that we can progress as a society and a people above man, the Ubermensch. Now that is taboo right there. Yeah, painkillers, you say. Personally, me, painkillers are, I'm allergic to codeine. Any opiates, I don't deal well with that. I mean, I've shot heroin, I've done pain pills, but they typically make me really sick, so I don't fuck with them very often. Like once in a while, somebody like, hey, like Fonzie will show up at my door and be like, hey. I'm like, hey, but that doesn't happen very often. But yeah, Billy, heroin. I avoid heroin. In any sort of opiate, I try to avoid designer drugs, like say like spice, shit like that. No. I don't fuck with that shit. Uh, even shit like what they call ecstasy or Molly, I tend to avoid just because that's ecstasy used to be MDMA, Molly used to be MDMA. Now it's mainly heroin, meth. It's like if I wanted heroin or meth, I'll go and get heroin or meth. Don't give it to me in a pill and say it's fucking ecstasy, because that's not what I'm expecting it to be, right? If I'm expecting it to be fucking ecstasy, I expect it to be MDMA, and if it's fucking meth and heroin, it's not fucking MDMA, motherfucker. So yeah, I typically avoid pills like that, club pills, designer drugs, spice, all that shit. No. That fentanyl shit, man. Yeah, fuck that, dude. I tried that shit too, man. I had a bad experience in that. Had that in powder form. Yeah, that was like almost like it was so strong on a toothpick. I wetted it, and you dip it in there, and you take like 3 of those. That was the recommended dosage. Powder fentanyl, and like after the fucked up part is it doesn't kick in right away. Like if it was instantly, you like know when to stop. It doesn't. The shit doesn't kick in for like 30 minutes. Like you do like 3, and it's such a small amount. You're like, that's nothing. That's nothing. So of course you do another 3, right? Now you've just doubled the recommended dose, and you don't know it. And so, but when that 30 minutes comes, like you're like fucking can barely walk back to your bed. That is a dangerous drug. Absolutely. Write a book, man. I wish I could, man. I need a writer, man. I need a writer to write this shit down, because and it's not that I'm brilliant. I just had a colorful life. It's not that I'm, super intelligent or whatever. I just happen to be in the right positions to have a lot of experiences, but I'm too stupid to be a good writer. I need somebody to fucking write the shit for me. I could talk all day, but yeah, it'd be great to have a writer and write the shit down, because people need to know this shit, man. Because you know what? It actually probably saved lives. Probably would, and at least people would learn from my mistakes, because my life may be colorful, but it's not all happy. A lot of it's tragic, and people can learn from that shit, right? Learn not to make the same mistakes. It's like I'm not a smart guy by any means. I'm not somebody special. I'm just live a colorful life, and if I could pass that experience on to people, if they can learn something from it, great. If they don't, that's cool too. Whatever. Oh yeah, man. Everybody blacks out when they're drunk. I mean, yeah, especially when you're taking pills. That's why I don't do benzos and pills because you're like black out, not even remember what day it is. Like, yeah. If I get drunk, if anybody gets drunk enough, man, I'm black out. I mean, yeah. And that's hard to have a conversation like, say with like a girlfriend or something. Like, you wake up the next day, and your girlfriend's like pissed at you, and she's like, you know, man, and you're like trying to listen, like, because you're like, because you care about it, right? And you're like concerned, like, what happened? What are you upset about, baby? It's like, hey, you said that, you did that. You're just like, and you don't actually remember. That's a fucked up part because it really fucking sucks when you're apologizing for shit that you don't remember doing. Because it's like, you want to be sincere and you want to like, you know, you you're trying to be concerned and you're trying to like, but you don't remember doing it, so you're automatically insincere and you're automatically, yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah, that's when you have a drinking problem. that's one it's one of the ways. Yeah, it's one way to get about that. Oh man, tragic parts of my life. I don't know. I mean, we all have our ups and downs. I mean, most of my tragic things haven't happened by coincidence. I mean, they haven't like been like, oh, my father died, or oh, this or that happened that was beyond my control. Most of my tragic events I brought upon myself. And that would be way too long to go into in any detail. Most of them have to do with, again, trust issues, people that you're one and only. The ones say that love of your life, that type of shit. And I'm not gonna bore any of you with that fucking nonsense, because that's something that, although I'm 43, I'm probably at heart 23, and those matter. So there's something I regret. EA Coding, he's. I don't really have much of an opinion about EA Coding. I mean, he's a. I've watched his videos. I mean, I'm not a theistic Satanist. And I don't believe in summoning demons, and I don't believe in pacts with devils. But as an entertainer, I think his videos are entertaining. I mean, I watch them. I'm subscribed to him. I watch them. I rarely comment on them just because I I I'm not against the guy. I kind of want to support him, so I don't want to say anything negative on his videos himself. I've made one video. That's it. One video out of like 1,000 I made, and I mentioned him. But yeah, I mean, I don't believe. What do you mean? I don't believe in summoning demons. I don't believe in pacts with devils. I don't believe in this and that nonsense. But hey, to each their own. I mean, he is what he is, and I mean, that's cool with me. I mean, my opinion is that he's full of shit. Whether he is doing it with awareness or not, that's another story. I don't know. And that's what I'm interested about. Is he actually spoofing people? Is he actually doing it with awareness? Is he actually, misleading people to proselytize on this whole summoning demons and sigils and ritualistic magic and all this stuff? If he's doing that with intention to make money, high five E Cody. But if he actually believes his own shit, then he's just delusional like the rest of them. But I don't know. I don't know him, so I really can't really say. That's about all I can say about him. I know I've never seen a demon. I've seen my own personal demons, which are fucking scary enough. Yeah, I've been to Las Vegas once. Never long enough to stay or to enjoy it, but plan on going again. Who created the universe? I did. I created the universe with these fucking glasses. I was like, oh, let there be light. It's about. Who the fuck knows how the universe got created? Nobody knows. I don't even think God remembers doing that. I think he was drunk and fell down and like dropped his bottle on the floor and like, boom. There's last the tequila. All right, guys. Thank you for joining. I'll try to schedule this shit better. YouTube's been fucking with me. I don't know how to like schedule and announce it ahead of time. So if I have to change the date, but yeah, from now on, it's just going to be Saturdays at not 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. right now. Fuck, that's way too. See, I hate to schedule on Saturdays because I might have shit to fucking do. You know, shit. Might have a date or something. But yeah, it's probably just gonna be Saturdays at 10 p.m. Pacific time, PST. Thanks, guys, for showing up. And yeah, once I figure out this YouTube live stream shit, I'll try to schedule it so I have so I can announce it. So it's not like I'm gonna do this and like a week later, who the fuck knows what I'm gonna do next week? I would guess Saturday, 10 p.m. PST. That's probably when I'm gonna do it. Thanks, guys, for showing up. Have a good night, and yeah, hopefully we can arrange something where maybe we can get into another chat room where we can all fucking talk and shit. But who knows? Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.